Hi, Nicholas and Mark. My name is Kaushal Modi, and I am a data analyst at American Express. I built this after seeing Travel GPT on Hypercard's roadmap, a corporate travel agent that is able to plan, verify, and optimize flight trips against company policy. I built my own version from scratch to understand the entire problem statement, and let me propose that I show it to you. It's a Landgraph agent which is built with four MCP servers: Traveler, Policy Engine, Budget, and Flight Search, which pulls real live flights via SERP API. And the whole agent runs through four nodes: parse intent, looking up the origin from the home airport of the traveler, searching flights, and validating policy before generating a response. Let me propose that I show this agent in action to you. Let's say that I run streamlit run app.py and I enter an employee ID 001, and the employee would like to travel to JFK, for example, and I choose a random date, for example, 24th of July. Watch the status panel. It's parsing the request, pulling the traveler's home airport from their profile, and I fed this data within my data folder something called as travelers.json. It is searching real life flights and running every result through the policy engine. Notice that it is also able to generate a beautiful image of New York City, which for which I've used Unsplash API. And once it has completed, it shows us the two fully compliant flight options, which is Delta and American Airlines. However, notice that it also found a JetBlue flight option that was actually the cheapest. But JetBlue flight isn't on the approved airline for this traveler's tier, so it's automatically filtered out and explained. And it's not just hidden. The agent recommends the cheapest compliant options instead. Let me now propose that I try using another example. And employee ID two's home airport is San Francisco, and the employee would like to travel to Bombay, for example, which is also Mumbai. And one thing, Nicholas and Mark, which I hadn't planned previously until I hit it, was that this route from SFO to Bombay has multiple different airlines, multiple different legs. And my first version only checked the first leg's airline, which meant that a non compliant flight, a carrier on leg 2 or 3 could slip through easily. I caught testing this exact route, and I fixed the policy engine to validate every leg independently. As you can see, it is able to search SFO to Bombay. However, it is returning all the non-compliant flights, which is Air Canada, United. So United is an approved airline. However, Lufthansa is not a compliant airline, and that is exactly what is distinguishing this when it comes to multiple leg airlines as well. Nicholas and Mark, this is a prototype obviously, and flight search is mocked by a SERP API rather than a GDS, for example, and there is no live booking yet. What I wanted to show is the architecture, the MCP based tool separation, and per leg policy validation, which we are able to perform. And there are multiple ways to check the policy, which is like cabin class for the employee, economy, business, approved airlines, whether the airline which the LLM using SERP API is able to propose, does it comply? Advanced booking window, which is the number of days in advance the particular employee can book, the per trip budget cap that is enforced for the employees, and the team's remaining budget. All of this was configured within my data folder. As you can see, there are different teams: finance, engineering, commercial, all the different policies, and the sample traveler JSON files, for example. And please let me know for any questions or comments you might have. And I'd like to talk about what you're building at Hyper, which is now part of American Express, and where something like this could fit in. Looking forward to your questions or comments. Please advise.